American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked out American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Northern Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Northern Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast on this lovely Sunday afternoon. We're bringing you guys a weekend forecast for some risks we have going in Denver today and then DFW tomorrow. So we're going to talk about it in a minute here. But if you have not already, check out our sponsors. You saw them in the commercials a second ago. C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and our newest friend of the show, American Contractor Show. So make sure to go show them some love. They're linked in the description below. Then into our weather stories for today. Whoops, we're going to get to that in a second. But into our weather stories for today, we got plenty of hail going around. Risks all the way from the south up into the upper Midwest. So we're going to look into that. And Denver, yes, you are in a risk for today. And then into tomorrow, we're going to have yet another hail day all the way from the southern plains up through the Ohio Valley. We could see some big hail coming out of that. So severe weather is finally starting to pick up a little bit. We're going to see a busy start to our week. So we're looking forward to that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the forecast here in a moment. But like it flashed on the screen a second here, we saw our Calm Before the Storm tournament graphics. So make sure to come visit us at that. It's going to be at Fox Hollow Golf Course on May 20th, 2021. So if you guys like golf, Colorado, or weather, or you guys just want to come hang out, make sure to come see us at that. You can play some golf with us down in Denver, Colorado, May 20th of this year. So that's our latest upcoming event. Make sure to register for that. Then into our current conditions, we've got clear conditions across the west, but we are starting to see some clouds move in through the northern part of the nation, as well as the Mississippi Valley here. We've got some storms starting to rumble on through that area, and that's where we're going to see one of our severe risks today. And then moving up into the north, we've got storms all the way from Denver into the Minneapolis area. And again, we're going to see some risks coming out of those as those storms begin to make their way through the nation and start to ramp up a little bit. But mostly beautiful across the country. We have 50s and 60s across much of the north, working our way down into the 70s and 80s in the south, almost at 90 in Miami. So plenty of a warm and moist air down in the south, just like we need for our thunderstorms. And Denver, you guys are even warming up a little bit, and you've got a little bit of moisture return making its way all the way up the central plains into the Front Range area. So that'll help you with those storms later this evening. So those dew points, like we said, 70s down in Corpus Christi, working our way into the mid 60s all the way through the south and the Mississippi Valley area. Plenty of heat, plenty of moisture to pop those storms in that area. No real forcing, not a big cold front that's going to push through, but we do like to see that convective storm development through this warm, moist air that's pushing its way through that area. So looking at our Cape for today, You guys got plenty of it down in the Mississippi Valley right now. Lots of those nice warm colors that we're getting for those higher Cape values. And even up in Denver, you guys get a little patch of some higher instability in your area just because of a shortwave trough that's pushing through into that warmer, moisture air. And then we've got that Cape moving all the way up into the Iowa and Wisconsin area, and that's where another one of our risks are going to come from. So plenty of instability to go around through the upper plains all the way into the Mississippi Valley today, and that's going to help us with those severe chances later on. As we move into the late evening, we start to see our Cape values push eastward with those storms. And then down in the Mississippi Valley, we're going to see lots of energy and instability starting to make its way through the area as that line of storms continues to roll through that region. And then into tonight, things kind of start to sink down south. We start to see more energy build up in the Mississippi Valley area, but as we lose that daytime heating and all that moisture from the day, we start to lose some of the energy for those storms, so our severe chances will taper off a little bit with that. And then moving into the rest of the region, here's our future radar. Storms bubbling up through the Mississippi Valley like we're expecting into this afternoon and evening. Those are going to push eastward, but we do have a few isolated cells here and there, and that's where we're going to see those hail chances as well as some wind chances into later today as those storms push off into the southeast today, and tonight we'll start to see some hail and wind chances along with those. Then up into the northeast, we've got our storms bubbling up through the Front Range. A couple of those could produce some isolated large hail in the $quarter to $half sized range near Denver. Moving into the central part of the Central Plains, we could see that start to ramp up, get some larger hail with that, and some wind chances as well. Moving up into the Wisconsin and Minnesota area, we could also see some severe chances from these storms that start to make their way through. We could see some small hail along with that, as well as gusty winds. So like I said, as those storms move eastward, yeah, check that out, guys. We've got this nice cold front that's starting to sink south. These storms are banding up along with it, and this guy here should probably produce some severe wind through the middle of the evening into the overnight hours as that pushes eastward, along with that cold front. So plenty of hail and wind to go around. Here's our risks for today. Like I said, lots of risks going on all the way from the Mississippi Valley into the Wisconsin-Minnesota area. So if we go down into our Mississippi Valley risk, Shreveport, Jackson, and Mobile, you guys are at a moderate chance to probably see hail today. And then we could see hail in the $quarter to $half size range for any of this risk area. But in these three cities, you're likely to see some popping up a little bit larger. We could see some golf balls, maybe some ping pong balls, along with the isolated storms that are going to push through. But like I said, any of this area could see that $quarter to $half sized hail along with it as those storms stay isolated, pushing through the region. Then moving up into Denver, I know definitely, probably, that's me. Moving up into Denver, we could see hail in the $quarter to $half size range as those storms get started through the Front Range region. We could see $quarter to $half through there with a couple of those isolated storms. Same thing all the way down into the eastern part of Denver, then into the central part of Kansas and southern Nebraska. Still seeing $quarter to $half sized hail through Colby, Kansas. That's where we start to see that band of storms moving through, and we could see some in the larger ping pong ball to golf ball size range, as well as gusty winds moving through that area as those storms start to organize a little bit. And then up into the northernmost risk, we've got La Crosse, Wisconsin, or La Crosse, Minnesota, in the risk. I can't remember which one it is, but La Crosse, you guys are in the risk for $quarter to $half size hail as well, as is most of this area. Madison, you guys are also in the risk for that as we see that cold front start to push those storms through the region, bringing us some severe hail chances. So plenty going on today, you guys. We've got a lot of risks going on. And then as we get that cold front starting to push its way through, we will get plenty of moisture return through the east. Check that out, guys. All those deep green colors, that's what we like to see for those storm chances. And then we don't have a super sharp temperature gradient or super sharp moisture gradient, but we do have a cold front that's going to move southeastward tomorrow, and that's going to be where we're getting those storms starting to ascend as we get that trough, that cold air, that moist air meeting together, and we'll get plenty of instability along that area. We're going to see that moving into the southeast, and we're going to see that moving through Oklahoma and Texas as well with that dry line into tomorrow, and that could pop some storms as well. So here's our future radar. We've got, on this particular model, we've got our storms starting eastward. We do have a little bit of model disagreement on that. Some of them have them starting here near Dallas-Fort Worth area and then pushing their way up into the Midwest. However, this particular model has them pushing through the western part of Oklahoma, and then throughout the night we're going to start to see those move eastward through the Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri region. We'll see some larger hail with that, gusty winds as well, possible tornadoes, all risks possible tomorrow. With those isolated storms, we're going to start to see some hail chances through the Mississippi Valley as well as Oklahoma and Texas. So as those move eastward, like I said, hail chances with that all the way through to the Ohio Valley. And then into our hail forecast for tomorrow, we have plenty going around. So $1 to $50 starting all the way from the southern part of Oklahoma into northern Texas, moving all the way into the Ohio Valley through Kentucky, Ohio, and Illinois, Indiana area. $1 to $50 size through there, along with that cold front pushing south. Then we have some larger hail chances through Tulsa, Little Rock, and through St. Louis. So let's take a look at that here. Dallas-Fort Worth, I have you guys in a low-end chance just because of that disagreement on where those storms are going to start. If they start a little west of you, you guys have a better chance of that, so we might update those tomorrow as those models start to get a little bit more on the same page. Then moving up into Tulsa and Little Rock, you guys have a better chance of seeing some large hail tomorrow as those storms push their way through the region. Tulsa, you guys could see anything as large as 2 to 2.5 inches tomorrow if we get those isolated storms moving through. Little Rock, I'm thinking more ping pong to golf balls for you guys. And then all the way up through St. Louis and Louisville, we'll have those hail chances continue. We're going to see probably a pretty busy day tomorrow with hail risks, so you guys want to make sure that you are staying updated with our forecast videos. You guys can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then if you guys want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245 or email us if you would rather at info@hailtrace.com. You can also give us a call at hailtrace.com. Give us a call. Check out our website. You can also give us a call though. So make sure to check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details, and you guys can find out a little bit more about who we are and what we do. We like hearing from you guys, so make sure to get in contact with us. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers.